I'm like, okay, so y'all talking about y'all gonna jump me, right? Send an addy. So I'm telling them to send an address, right? They send me an address, and I look it up. They sending me to the middle of nowhere. I get them my address. They never came. Now, mind you, I ain't supposed to be getting into it with none of these people because, like I said, they don't owe me no type of loyalty. But because, like I said, these past couple years have been some growing years for me. And I've been noticing a lot of things that I did in the past. Even if it was like 2-3 years ago, I've grown from it. But like I said, they ain't even send me a right address. So I'm asking him, where do they stay? You claim you knew them all this time. Where do they stay? He claimed he don't know where they live. So happened a girl that I'm cool with. Now mind you, the girl that act like she did not want to hook me and my husband up and that was picking my husband up, mind you, when me and her was cool, she was beefing with a girl named Chardane. She's a stripper. She's real pretty, y'all. She was beefing with the girl, and I'm guessing that's why she was beefing with the girl. So she making me believe that the girl Chardane was such a bad person. So she getting me like she playing dirty mind games. So she getting me to inbox the girl Chardane so I can like kind of set up. Try to get Chardane to come do my hair so she could do whatever she gonna do to it. But that's not how it went. I hit Chardane up or whatever, but Chardane was hitting me up too slow. By the time Chardane actually hit me up like how I needed her to hit me up, me and the girl that got me to do it in the first place, me and her got into it. I had got into it already. We no longer friends. So I told Chardane, like, hey, this is why I hit you up, and because of such and such, girl was trying to get me to set you up and da-da-da. So she tell me all about like what's going on with girl. Me and her get to talking. We discovered that the girl, we gonna call her boy shorts. The boy shorts girl that picked up my husband, that said that I was messing with her baby daddy behind her back, was telling me that her sister, her biological sister, and her share baby's fathers. And that her sister went behind her back and got pregnant by her baby daddy. Talking to Chardane, I found out it was the other way around. She went behind her big sister's back, slept with her big sister baby daddy, and got pregnant. So her sister's first son and her first son is by the same man, whom is now not living. Me and Chardane bonded over these things. Now me and Chardane is cool. Fast forward, when the girls didn't act like they didn't want to give me their address, Chardane seen us argue. Chardane so happens to stay across the street from them. She tells me, I brought it up to my husband. He said, yeah, that's their grandma's house. They always live there. So I'm like, I thought you didn't know. Remember, you told me you didn't know. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, just like you forgot that you and her used to flirt with each other? Just like you forgot that you and her, not only did you and her sister used to talk, but you and her did too? So we arguing about that, right? At this point, I'm like, why am I even arguing with this man? He's not going to take accountability. He going to always say I'm tripping. He going to always this. He going to always that. Now, mind you, I'm the type of person I always keep receipts. I always keep receipts. I got recordings of every last arguments that me and him had. All our text messages, everything. He would apologize and turn around and do it again. So I'm like, you know what? Now I'm finna just start doing me. I'm finna just start doing what I do. So now I'm out. I'm hanging with my homies and everything like that. I meet this one girl. Me and her cool as fuck. So me and her, we gone for like a couple of days or whatever. Now, mind you, my daughter, she gone. I ain't got to worry about my daughter being at the house and I got to keep on coming back home worried about her or nothing like that because she at my mama's house at the moment. So I'm gone for a couple of days. I'm ignoring his calls, all that. He's sending me long paragraphs of how he apologized, how he's sorry, how he loved me, and da-da-da. He deleted his Facebook again. Now he on Instagram. Y'all, he following all kinds of females and everything on Instagram. Same thing he was doing on Facebook, he was doing it on Instagram. Then it went from Instagram to then he got him a big up. Now he ain't looking at nothing but the women. His excuse is he's a man. He have no reason to be talking to men. So when he make his post and stuff on Facebook, he cater to the women and not the men. And my thing is, how are you catering to them, but you're not catering to me? All that stuff you putting on Facebook, you're not applying it to this marriage. So I'm gone because I'm like, it's gonna take for him to miss me, for him to realize. He writing me, he texting me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'ma finally go ahead, go back home because I'm tired of buying these rooms. So me and my homegirl, we had the last of our little fun, and I ain't even gonna fake because I tell everything. The reason I knew her, because like I said, fuck it, I'm finna do me, right? I started fucking with this man, right? And he introduced us to each other. Mind you, when me and him met, I met through my sister homegirl. My sister homegirl always called me her little sister. And her daughter, I always call her daughter like my little niece or whatever. So she introduced me to dude. I'ma just keep saying dude because, like I said, I grow. Dude married. He claim he having problems like how I'm having problems. We almost had a threesome, y'all. Like I said, we almost had a threesome, y'all. It almost happened, but it didn't. We didn't have no protection, and it was like, you know what, we're gonna leave that alone. Disclaimer: no, I stopped talking to the dude that's married because I thought maybe he was in the same type of situation as me, as in like really like over his wife. His wife is just like such a bad person, right? In the midst of me and him having going on what we having going on, like 4 months later, come to find out his wife is pregnant. So all this time he talking about she won't come support me. I be DJing and I be doing this and I be doing that. She don't never come support me. Whole time she's can't because she's pregnant. She's tired. He complained about how she not spending all her money that she saved up. The most she would do is pay a couple of bills, her half of the bills, and she put her money to the side. He mad because she won't invest her money into him getting DJ equipment and doing what he want to do. Whole time this woman is tired. She have a whole 9 to 5. And he complaining about her not coming to support him, watching him DJ. So that disgusts me. But like I said, mind you, fast forward. Me and her, we done having our little fun or whatever. We done chilling. And yes, I really do mean chilling, like we didn't do nothing. So now I'm back at home. And I'm thinking in my head, like, should I even try? Should I even, like, bother with this? He apologized, but he didn't. He kept on making up excuses. So what I did was I went and got me a secret house. I got me a little secret house. So just in case, like, so when everything was all over with, once I realized that me and him wasn't going to make it, I was going to go ahead. Me and my daughter was going to move in that little secret house. I was renting to own it, so might as well. Fast forward, everything going good for a little while, right? So next thing I know, the girl, my homegirl, sent me a message on Facebook where she's telling me that my husband keeps sending her a friend request after she keep deleting it. She would delete his friend request and he would send her a whole nother one. She say, tell your hubby my loyalty is with you. I unfriend him for a reason. No hard feelings, but if you my friend, I don't want to be friends with your hubby. Sorry. I said, girl, I'm leaving his dumb ass. But thank you. Are you still out here? So after I confront him about it, y'all, he tried to go after her, want to talking about how she a home wrecker, how she don't care about marriages. Why would she tell me that? So I'm like, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm tired. Fast forward. My husband's mom gets sick, y'all. She living in Fox Creek Apartments in Shreveport, Louisiana. Come to find out, they were mold infested. She had to be hospitalized. Okay, so because my mother-in-law had to be hospitalized, we taking all the documents down that we need and everything like that because we really believe that it's mold. When my mother-in-law first had a little flood or whatever, they was trying to say that she did. Now, mind you, my mother-in-law is paralyzed from one side of her body and the other side works, but the other side doesn't. She's in a wheelchair. Why would she flood her own house? So come to find out, the flood was coming from upstairs to downstairs. So it just kept happening to the point where we find out that it's molding. So now we trying to get us a lawyer and everything like that. But won't nobody take the case unless we can kind of get proof that it's mold. So what we had to do is we had to hire somebody to investigate, like somebody that specialized in mold. So the apartments knew that they was in the wrong, right? So at first we battling them, trying to tell them like let us break her lease so we can get her up out. They didn't want to break her lease, nothing, y'all. So when we started taking pictures and I showed them and we like recorded everything, showing them like this is mold and we know it's mold. This before we even got the investigator, right? They let us break her lease, right? But they did not want to give her back her deposit. And then they turned it over to a whole nother person. Like the apartments is not their apartments anymore. Like it's somebody else is running it now. It's under different management. So we moved my mother-in-law into somewhere else. So because she no longer lived there, we no longer have access to the house. We can't get the people that own that do the mold to come up in there and investigate and like get no sample because they there. Just so happened God is so good. My sister-in-law ended up knowing the new person that they moved in there. I kid you not. 3 days later, after my mother-in-law moved out, they already had somebody on the way to move in. The girl moved in like a week after my mother-in-law moved out. They just painted over the mold. It's a lot of units in Fox Creek Apartments that are like that. I got pictures and proof, and I have the mold test stating that that's what's in that house. The investigator was able to go up in there because my sister-in-law knew the girl. So we up in there, we met the girl at the house or whatever. So while we up in there, we just chilling. We talking to the investigator or whatever. He's telling us what looks like mold. We pointing out little spots or whatever. I'm taking pictures. I'm talking to the girl. The girl, it seemed like she cool. She seemed like she friendly. I'm talking to her. I'm making little jokes with her because everybody know me. I like to fucking joke. Me and my husband, we walked to the car and everything, y'all. We done came back in. We talking to her. Now we leaving. While we in the car, he said, you know who that was, right? I said, who? That's one of the girls that said she was going to jump you. From Facebook, they sent you the wrong address. So you let me be in this woman's house this whole time and she wanted to one? You didn't pull me to the side? So I'm like, so you mean to tell me the same girl and her sisters and them said that they was going to beat me up, they was going to jump me, sent me an address, was the wrong address, and you got me in this woman's house, unarmed, knowing she could do anything to me, and you ain't saying nothing. When we went outside, he could have pulled me to the side, anything, and told me. But he didn't. Not until we were leaving. I went to my little second house or whatever, and I threw like little parties. Me, my little sisters, my little brother, my big sisters, just girls' night and, family night. At this point, I'm suggesting now we need to go to counseling. He telling me he don't want to go to counseling. He don't need nobody all up in his business. But I'm like, if we don't go to counseling, then this ain't going to work. Fast forward, me and the dude that, like I said, we stopped like really talking to each other because I seen his little ways. And like I realized that he was lying on his pregnant wife. So now I'm back to being a clown again, thinking I can change my husband. Now, mind you, this is over the course of years. So now I done got me this job. I'm making a lot of money. It's not a big time job, but I was making a lot of money. I was getting a lot of tips to the point to where I was able to rack up over $4,000 within 2 months just off tips. That wasn't including my check. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but I have a learning disability. I have ADHD. I also suffer from depression. And I also suffer from a scoliosis to the point where I was able to withdraw an SSI check for it. And still to this day can get it and getting it. Which is why you guys barely see me do dances. Like, I try, but please do not judge me. So at this moment, I'm like, I need a new scenery. I'm trying to get away from all the people that was wronging me while I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. So I tell my husband, hey, I finna leave. I can't be here no more. I'm just gonna leave. He like, you just gonna up and leave like that? I'm like, yeah, I am. I don't know why I told him this, but I said, it's either you can come if you want to, or you can stay if you want to. But whether you come or not, I'm leaving. I packed up my stuff. We put our stuff in storage. We came out here. We moved into a hotel. He had a homeboy out here that claimed he was going to get him a job. He got him a job at a club. Now, mind you, we both came in there. Me and my husband came in there and we both applied for the job. We let her know that we only had one car, so if we were going to work, we had to work together. My husband was going to be a cook. I was just going to be a server. We get there, she introduced my husband to everybody, introducing the staff to my husband. She leave me on the side. I'm looking like, ain't I getting hired too? No, she in my husband face. She in my husband face, introducing him to everybody, but leaving me to the side. So I didn't really just say nothing. Then I tell my husband, I'm like, hey, ask her, when is she going to give me my application? Because she handed my husband his, but didn't give me mine. Because she told both of us we had to fill out an application. She tell my husband, oh, she's finna give it to him. She still never gave it to him. Mind you, it's a nightclub. She walking around drunk. She telling me she too busy right now. It's 5 people in the motherfucking club. And the people that are there is kin to you. You ain't busy. So at this point, I'm getting irritated. We finally get her attention. She come to the table where we at. She tell me that I have to do my self-serve license and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. Now mind you, my husband is there to be a cook. Why don't he need his? So I'm looking at her like iffy. So she tell me she gonna send me the link. She never sends it. She's walking around the whole club again, telling my husband to follow her. So at this point, I get irritated. Then she comes back, right? Now mind you, my daughter is like this tall. She asked me how old was my daughter, because she was thinking about hiring my daughter. And I told her, no, my daughter is not old enough. She's only, at the time, my daughter wasn't nothing but 10, 11. She like, oh, because I really need some workers up in here that's willing to work. So she told my husband, she asked my husband, can he start work tomorrow, the next day? She told me to start Saturday because I had to do my test. So I'm sitting up here still waiting for her to send me the stuff. She walks off again, y'all. So at this point, I'm like, I don't think she really want me to work here. I'm telling my husband this, he telling me I'm tripping. I'm like, nah, I feel like she just want to be the only pretty girl here or something. Like, it's something. Every female that I seen wasn't as attractive as she was. So my thing was, she was trying to pick women that she felt was unattractive. Even my husband, homeboy, said that. I get irritated again, so I sit in the car at this point. And I tell my husband, hey, you need to tell this girl something, because I'm getting irritated. Next thing I know, she texts me. She say, oh, I'm going to text it to you by the end of the night. Y'all, she texted me something, but whatever it was that she texted me, that was not it. I ended up spending like $40 on this license. I got certified for something. So I knew that wasn't right. So I asked my homegirl, Party, who's now passed, to send me a link to the self-serve thing, because I know she's out here and she does this. She sent me a link. It's a whole different link from what the girl sent me. So at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, so I really don't think she want me to work there. But I do it anyways, y'all. I get certified for it, right? We went up there on a Tuesday. Now, at this particular time of me taking a test, my husband was already hired. He started working at Wednesday. Thursday, I'm texting her because she wanted me to work Saturday. She ignoring my texts. Okay, like I say, I'm hitting her up. Y'all, she ignoring my text messages. Mind you, my husband, he's still going to work and everything. So this particular day, which was a day before I had to go to work, because she told me to come to that Saturday, I tell my husband, I say, hey, ask her, like, what's up? Like, I'm sending her the results. I'm showing her that I passed. Like, what's up? Like, see what's up. These are me and her text messages, y'all. She say, it's Face from Deuce Say. I said, hi, do I get it online or do I need to go somewhere? Because like I said, y'all, she was not answering me. Like, she was walking around the whole club, like, wasn't telling me, like, where I need to get the certificate. So like she said, she sent the link for the certificate at the end of the day. So with this link that she sent me, she said, I sent both certifications. Send me screenshots when you are done with the certificates. It was great meeting you tonight. She said, just sent both certifications. Send me a screenshot when you are done with the certifications. It was great meeting you tonight. I said, hi, thanks. It's more than one on there. Which one do I sign up for? She never answered me, y'all. So I ended up doing both of them. One of them I didn't even need. So like in all I said, I spent like $40 on this stuff. And one of them I didn't even need. So she owed me $25 if she do not answer my phone call. So because my husband is at work, I tell my husband, like, ask her what's going on. Like, do I come to work tomorrow or what? I'm sending her the certificate. She not answering me. He finally get back with me. He was like, yeah, I asked her and she told me, oh yeah, about that. I'ma tell you about that. So I'm like, okay, so what she say? He talking about, well, she just said that and she walked off. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? So I told him, I'm like, okay, ask her again. He asked her again, y'all. Now she telling him that there's a rule, no married couples can work there. And I'm like, but she knew we was married when I told her that we was going to work there. We had a whole discussion about this. Now all of a sudden, now you can't. So me being me, I went off. I said, is any one of y'all gonna give me my money that I spent on that license? I'm like, since y'all didn't tell me nothing about not hiring husband and wife until after I spent my money. You wasn't going to hire me in the first place. I told my husband that you didn't want nothing but men there. I'm like, you're not hiring women. Y'all so unprofessional. And if you took that same test I took, you should know not to be drunk at your job. I said, you wasted my time and money. I need that back. I don't give a fuck if it's $5. I need that. I said, I felt that energy when your drunk ass didn't give me my app. Pause and read it. I'm letting her know she gave me the wrong app on purpose. Then she said she was firing my husband, y'all. Okay, like I said, y'all, she said she's going to refund it and she no longer need my husband's services. And I was like, child, I don't care. She said, do you have Cash App? Please send the info if you do. I sent her my Cash App. And I said, you did that, though. You could have been real from start, but my money ain't hit my card yet. She talking about something. You forget to realize I don't own the club nor make the final decision. The owner does. He will send you your payment shortly. I wish you nothing but the best. So y'all know me. I'm like, you told me you told my husband y'all was gonna send our money. This is emotional distress, and y'all are stealing from us because they didn't pay my husband at the time for the days that he worked. They didn't pay him, mind you. This is a whole nother day if y'all look. So I'm fighting for me and my husband money. I sent her a screenshot of what she said, and I'm letting them know, like, I would take y'all to court. Stop playing with me behind my money. But I'm skipping ahead. So before we even got to talking about my husband money and stuff, y'all, this whole time I'm texting this woman. She not texting me back, right? The whole time, though, she's texting my husband, and he not even telling me. So like I said, mind y'all, she's texting him the whole time. He hear me complaining every single day about how she's not texting me back and I've sent her the certificate, but here he is texting her back. So then she sent him the text message stating that due to what I did, he's fired. So now he mad at me, y'all. He come home, he mad at me because I so-called got him fired. And I'm on his ass because why you ain't tell me this whole time? I'm texting her, she texting you, and you ain't even saying nothing. He telling me he didn't think it was important. Later on down the line, we joking and talking. Now we done got past this situation, months done passed by. He telling me the whole time he felt like she was flirting with him. So you didn't know that when you were there? Now all of a sudden you know that? So I'm heated. And I'm like, you can't be trusted. Because just like you didn't tell me at first that she was flirting with you, you ain't gonna tell me that you was flirting with her too. So now it got to the point where now I just don't give a fuck. I do whatever I want to do. And no, I do not have sex with my husband at all. Just like all the butthurt men that got mad when my post went viral, when I said I ain't had sex with my husband in 8 months. Y'all can continue to be mad, because who's finna catch STDs because a nigga don't want to be faithful? Y'all mean to tell me I'm supposed to stay here, still give him my body with risk just because he my husband? I wouldn't be mad if he just did shit like that and took accountability. Y'all, the way my room set up is, I have a mirror set up like in the back of my wall. And when I'm facing towards my husband and he got his phone, I can see everything he doing on his phone. Penis getting hard because he watching Facebook. Like I stated, I have a mirror that's set up at the back of my wall. And it be like pushed up on my wall, right? So when my husband's back is towards the wall, I can see everything that he's doing on his phone. The whole time he getting hard, he's sitting up there watching girls on Facebook. The same pictures that I asked him not to be liking, this dude like is literally right in front of me, getting hard, watching these girls on Facebook. These girls ain't even naked. But like I said, what can you expect from a person that sends their private area picture to every girl that he's friends with on Facebook? Like, he the type of dude that he's supposed to go viral, right? And women would come under there and come in and stuff like that. Instead of him interacting with them, like laughing and joking or whatever like that, and just leaving it there. No. If you're not his friend, he's going on your page. He got to see how pretty you is, and then he's going to send you a friend request. Then he's going to inbox you and say, thank you for following me. As if he couldn't do that in a comment. Hoping that you will text back or write back so he can have a conversation with you. So anytime his post or something go viral, there he go. He going to go follow them. Don't let them not like it and they just share it. He going to see who all shared his post. Going to your page, going to see if you pretty so he can go send you a friend request. And not only that, he finna like every picture you got up there. He claiming support, but deleting everybody off my page that supports me. Now, mind you, my husband ain't even got to do stuff like this. Because I let him know from the beginning of the marriage. I like men and women. I asked him if he wanted to be in a poly relationship. He tell me no. He don't like to share. But what he was doing was showing me different. So I'm like, okay, I need to talk to him again about this. So I asked him if he wanted to have a threesome. He tell me no. He's saying no for a long time, right? Then one day out the blue, then was like, okay, yeah, you remember you brought that up? Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go in his inbox. I find a girl that I know for a fact that he liked. And I know for the fact that the girl liked me. We invite her over. I tell her what the play is. Everything getting started, right? He couldn't get up. I don't know what it was. He couldn't get up. So I'm riding her face. I'm looking back and I see he's struggling. So I get up and I'm like, okay, well, maybe she should give you a little head. She give him some head. It start working for a little second and it stopped. Then I'm like, maybe you need to give her some head. He give her a little head, work for a little second, then it stopped. At this moment, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to like dismiss myself for a little while, let y'all get acquainted. Didn't work. Yes, we protected ourselves. And yes, we knew each other. So we know ain't now one of us gotten it. He never got up, y'all. So it never happened. He claimed he don't ever want it to happen. Because he don't want to see nobody else touching me. You don't want to see nobody touching me. But you ain't got no problem with doing what the hell you be doing. And men be stay saying stuff like women are insecure. But women be all down for you having threesome or being in a poly relationship. But the minute you hug a dude or say hey to a dude, they want to be mad. Y'all don't think that's being insecure? I really feel like any man that would talk a woman into doing a threesome but won't do it if she wanted him to do it, you're insecure. It's not her, baby. It's you. And before anybody say, no, I did not do it because I was trying to keep my husband. I was doing it because I figured that would help our marriage because not only do I like women, he apparently is attracted to other women. So that would have been a win-win for me and him. But it did not go like that. And I'm not going to lie, all this stuff that I've been going through has turned me all the way off with him. So no, I have not been having sex with him. Yes, I have been dating other people. And for the ignorance out there, dating does not equivalent to sex. So you can date someone without doing that. Women are allowed to date, you guys. Do you know that? Did you know that? Because it's a lot of butthurt men out here that be getting so mad when us women decide that we are not going to sit at home and be butthurt this whole time and we're going to start dating. Whether I date them and go to bed with them or whether I date them and just keep it in the car. That's my business. I don't care if you wouldn't date me. If you wouldn't date me, why what I got going on is so bothering to you? You wouldn't even date yourself. If you were a woman, you wouldn't want you. So you think I care about you wanting me? And if you did want me, what makes you think you can get me? Who said I want you? Fast forward, yes, me and my husband, we are still together. And yes, I still do what the fuck I want to do. We was waiting for our lease to be up. But it seemed like we're going to be stuck in another 6 months until we can both get on our feet all the way. Because for some reason, it don't matter what I buy or what I get, he finds some type of way to tear it up. The first car we had, it was his fault. I went to chiropractor, me and my daughter. I got paid and I got a car. Mind you, he wrecked my car. Because we sold the car that he had when we got out here because it was useless. Then he wrecked my car, like I said. Couldn't get a car in his own name, so I ended up having to get a car put in his in my name for him because we couldn't live off of one car. It just wasn't working for us. I had to quit jobs. He had to quit jobs because we needed the car. Can't pass a drug test to get a good job. Won't stop smoking. To be honest, I really like women more than I like men.